A Crony Capitalism Recession by Nick Sorrentino. The good news is that there won't be a double dip in the economy. There won't because we never climbed out of the first dip. We're in a bumpy depression. There are ups and there are downs, but generally we are in a solid decline economically. It's true that the stock market has gained back much of the ground that it lost in 2008, but it's still down by more than 10% from prior highs. The S&P has rallied here lately. However, it did go through a 7-week downturn recently. On CNBC, David Blitzer, chairman of the Standard & Poor's Index Committee, said, "Home prices continue on their downward spiral with no relief in sight. The dollar continues to decline, though there was a slight bump after we took down Osama bin Laden in early May and then another one when they released the Strategic Oil Reserve. And that's why gas prices are kicking around $3.50 to $3.60 a gallon and not $4.10 a gallon. But this is unlikely to last. The dollar will probably continue to weaken, and as it does, the price of a gallon of gas priced in US dollars will go up. Goldman Sachs was predicting $5 gas by July. They were wrong on that, but we may see $5 gas before the end of the year. It's possible. This while 1 in 7 Americans are on food stamps. 1 in 4 American children are on food stamps. The sad truth is that the EBT card rolls are getting longer 2.5 years after the initial crash. Some areas in the South and Midwest are much worse than the national numbers. The unemployment rate officially stands at 9.2%. This is bad enough. But when factoring people who no longer qualify for unemployment because it ran out, and those who are chronically underemployed, the rate is much higher. Some believe the real number to be in the 15 to 20% range. I know, personally, quite a few people who would love to work but can't make it happen. These are people with skills and educations. Why is this? Why hasn't there been a robust turnaround? The experts in Washington are doing everything they can to help those of us who live out in the hinterlands, right? They bought back our old cars, for instance, the ones that didn't have a car payment, so we could buy new cars at inflated prices, which did have car payments. They instituted the first-time homebuyer tax credit of $8,000, so that people without a house that was going down in value could also enjoy the special pleasure of watching their biggest investment depreciate in front of their eyes. Don't forget that they nationalized GM and Chrysler and Freddie Mac and Fannie Mae. Yep, experts bailed them all out with your money. Now they limp along as zombie companies. Then there's Wall Street, which was also bailed out with your money. Funny, all the quote experts making the calls in Washington also come from Wall Street. Not that I have any problem with investment firms. I'm a rabid capitalist. Unfortunately, to be for many financial firms these days is to not be for capitalism. It is to be for crony capitalism or corporatism. In capitalism, one can win or lose. In crony capitalism, so long as one has the right connections in government, one need not fear loss. Uncle Sam is always there to save a well-connected and generous, with campaign contributions, firm in trouble. It should come as no surprise that Chairman Dodd of the Senate Finance Committee got a sweetheart deal on his mortgage from Countrywide Financial. Nor should it surprise us that after the University of California system, Goldman Sachs was Obama's biggest donor in 2008. This is the way it is. So for some, the Great Recession really has been great. So long as one is in the club, the money sun always seems to shine. But for those on the outside, things look considerably less bright.